Did you know that there are roughly 10 reasons why relationships fail? These include trust issues, unmet expectations, and incompatibility, to name a few. In today's video, I will discuss 8 ways to stop fighting in your relationship.
Our Relationship
with Dr. Brian Doss. It's impossible to be in a relationship without any conflict. The two of you are different people and naturally want different things, at least some of the time. That's completely normal. Sometimes those conflicts pass without any problems. You don't really feel like going out, but agreed to because your partner really wanted to. And that's okay. That's just part of being in a relationship together. But sometimes conflicts turn into arguments. And that's natural too. That just means that what you and your partner want are different and important to both of you. So it's hard to find a compromise. Instead, you go back and forth on what the right thing is to do. Arguments are definitely harder to work through, but ultimately don't damage your relationship. However, arguments and fights are different things. Think about the word fight. It means you're trying to harm each other, that you're trying to win, and that trying to make your partner lose somehow. Fighting, especially if it happens a lot, can really harm your relationship. To avoid fighting with your partner, or at least decrease how often you do it, try some of these tips. First, dodge the defensive. It's normal and natural to want to become immediately defensive when an argument starts. You may feel attacked, wronged, or blamed for something you didn't do. Taking criticism or statements from your partner as personal only adds fuel to the fire. But instead, if you take a step back and objectively evaluate the situation, you're going to be much better off. Did you say or do something that's causing harm to them or making them feel hurt? If so, work to make it right. This could include apologizing, fixing what happened, or just asking how you can make it right. Often, it isn't about you as a person, but what happened. So be receptive to the other person has to say and internalize it, asking questions if you need to. The second tip is step away from the situation to cool down. Often during an argument, our thoughts and emotions can become cloudy or irrational. Trying to solve an issue in this mindset causes more problems than it solves, because we typically say things we don't actually mean. If an argument becomes too heated, step away for a while and regain your perspective. Allow your mind to cool down by taking a walk or spending some time alone. Usually you can approach the conflict with your renewed attitude once you get your head clear. The third tip is always discuss heated topics face to face. In our digital world, we can think before we text, giving us an opportunity to control our conversation. But not everyone reads text and tones the same way, and your partner could be taking what you say completely out of context, paving the way for a fight. When people fight face to face, body language is clearer and it's easier to pick up on vocal tone. If an argument is especially complex or intense, long, drawn-out text messages are difficult to type out and are best discussed in person. The fourth tip is create boundaries for an argument. A disagreement or argument gets out of hand and turns into a fight when you attack the other person's character instead of the problem itself. Swearing, yelling over each other, and avoiding the real problem can all escalate, and the fight becomes an all-out war. Instead, sit down with your partner and discuss some boundaries for when you fight. Then, if someone crosses a line during an argument, you'll know right away if you or your partner is out of control. It's turned into a fight, in other words. If so, then it's best to call a timeout and continue the discussion later. Continuing to fight when someone has lost control is only going to cause more problems. The fifth tip is remember why you're in this relationship. All relationships have rough patches, and there are usually things about our partners that we wish we could change. That's normal. Maybe they could pick up a little more around the house, or maybe you wish they wouldn't be such a neat freak. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to pick and choose. We have to take the good times with the bad, and the annoying parts with the enjoyable parts. So when you're in a rough patch or when something about your partner is rubbing you the wrong way, try to remember why you're in the relationship in the first place, and remember what you love about your partner. Remember that your life is better with your partner than without your partner. Even though everyone has their baggage and personal problems, it's good to remember, and it gives us relationships something to fight for. The sixth tip I have is take care of the conflict as soon as possible. Couples who allow problems to intensify break up sooner than those who approach the conflict quickly. Not speaking up and letting our feelings simmer brews unspoken resentment or bitterness, which could permeate the relationship. This is damaging, especially if the other partner does not know. Coming clean about our feelings or issues and laying it all out on the table forces us to work through those problems so that there's nothing weighing on our minds throughout the course of the relationship. And the seventh tip I have is take some time apart. You've probably heard the expression, you can't be everything to everyone. Well, it's also true that you can't be everything to someone. In other words, we can't expect our partner to fulfill our every need, our every interest, and our every waking moment. We need to spend time with our friends, our family, or just on our own to get all of our needs met. So think about taking time apart from each other for a time being. It could just be a weekend alone with friends, or just to enjoy someplace or something that you love. All couples need to spend at least some time apart. This could be for various reasons, completely individual to the couple. It's not necessarily a sign the relationship is in trouble. My final tip is consider getting help. If the fighting seems too difficult to handle on your own, or you're feeling hopeless, consider seeking professional help. That could be couple therapy, meetings with your religious leader, or an online program like OurRelationship.com. Couples who talk with relationship experts can learn to relate to and understand each other better, and understand themselves better. It also gives you an opportunity for a third party to peek inside your relationship and identify problems areas you may have overlooked. A good therapist provides practical steps to work through peace in your relationship. They can also offer techniques to help you work through arguments and disagreements. Couple therapy or effective online interventions are a wonderful outlet to express your thoughts. So stop fighting and enjoy each other. Every couple goes through rough patches, but constant fighting in a relationship is tiring and draining. When you stop fighting and enjoy your relationship and each other more, take these steps to your next argument and learn to solve the conflict in a healthy and productive way.